packed out shows. Ain't too many cons when you playing with the pros, except for how your life get exposed. But I make that sacrifice for the life that I chose. I know in Toronto they got salt for the roads, but school's closed in Kentucky, so I like when it snowed. The kids carry chopsticks, not for rice in a bowl. School counselors all know how they life is at home. Cold like the Minnesota Vikings at home. Before I met Drizzy, I knew he and I would get along. But it's hard to crack jokes when you really want advice. I mean, what's it like to touch gold every time you touch a mic? Touching heights, no one gets a touch in life. Fucking right, young bachelor. What's a wife? Once in a lifetime, till I say I want it twice. One kind, know your everything is one of mine. Wanted posters with my face, they know who I'm wanted by. Yeah. Yeah. Cold hearts and heated.
What it do, everybody? Off the Bounce, sponsored by SoBet, is back, and we are smoking hot Sahara, baby. Some people on here who were on this show yesterday swept the slate clean on the sides. Give me a little Wizards, give me a little Pelicans, give me a little Thunder, give me a little Suns action, and our two dogs won outright, baby. Can somebody say preach?
Preach!
Thank you. BBB, Slam, Alpha, fellas, how are we? This is Off the Bounce. We're here because of our friends over at SoBet. You guys already know about SoBet, though. It's where we post all of our player props. And BBB and Slam are on a freaking fire path when it comes to the props lately. So make sure you guys go check them out. And about 25 other cappers on SoBet. Fellas, great NBA day today. A lot of games. We got 5 that we're going to roll through.
Let's jump right into it, man.
Let's get it done. All right, guys. First game on the slate, as Alpha finagles with whatever the hell Alpha's finagling with, is the Hornets and the Knicks. The Knicks are 2-1 on the record, but 3-0 against the spread. And they're facing a Hornets team that's still without LaMelo. So young team, a lot of players playing more minutes than they normally would. The line is 7.5. It started at around 6. So this line is just growing in favor of the Knicks, which is honestly something I don't like. Alpha, the squad, are you circling the wagons tonight?
I am circling the wagons tonight. Too many injuries here for the Hornets. We're still unsure about Rozier and Cody Martin, but LaMelo is still for sure out. The Knicks have been playing some great basketball. They continue to put it on teams and have a real point guard, Jalen Brunson, who's facilitating and moving that offense. The Knicks look great. Time to hop on before these lines get even bigger. Let's go, Knicks, circling the wagons. BBB, what you got?
I'm circling the wagons as well. I was on the Knicks the last time on the -7.5, and I think this is just another good spot for him here. I don't think the lines are going to get much crazier than this because, well, they're just playing the absolute dog water Charlotte Hornets right now that doesn't have LaMelo. So do get in on this. I think it's a scary line for some people. They don't want to back the Knicks as a big favorite. But I said the same last time. I think this is a good spot for him as a big favorite. I think that they pull away. I'm taking the Knicks -7.5. I think they get the job done.
Slam, are you circling the wagons with us? Are you fading us?
Yeah, I'm leading the Knicks right now, but I'm looking at a total here. I like the under in the spot. I think the Knicks play great at home defensively and offensively. The Hornets are off an amazing win. I think they played – forgot who they played, but they were a double-digit dog. They won out right there, and I think this is a great letdown spot for them. Knicks continue to roll. I think they show up defensively, and I don't think Kelly Oubre is going to be going off today, so like he did last game. So I like the Knicks and the under. My favorite play, it will be the under, though.
Hefe, we got 3 Knicks picks in this one. You're the Knicks resident. What do you got?
This is a ridiculous question. Of course, I'm circling the wagons here. I think the Knicks get it done. But, guys, my official play for this one is a kind of a trend that I've been doing, and the Knicks are undefeated on it so far, 3-0. First half spread, guys. The Knicks have shown an ability to come out absolutely hot. They're playing very well in the first 2 quarters, being able to have a good lead going into halftime. Today's another -4 line at the first half, and I'm going to take it. So my official play is Knicks first half -4, but I am also going to climb the ladder on the Knicks full game. I don't think the Hornets are at a to compete with a team like the Knicks who, listen, they might not be the most talented team in the world, but there's one thing I can say for certain. They're deep. They're deep at pretty much every position. High rotations, especially with Tom Thibodeau, and the Hornets are not that. The Hornets are not a deep rotational team whatsoever. So give me the Knicks first half on the spread, and give me the Knicks full game as well, fellas.
Let's go Knicks, baby. Family sweep. What do we got next?
All right, Nets Bucks, probably the most star-studded matchup of the evening. Last time we saw the Nets, they fell short to the Grizzlies in Memphis. Ja Morant made Ben Simmons look like an idiot, but I guess these days it's not hard to do. And now the Nets are finding themselves as big-time dogs going into Milwaukee. Milwaukee, I believe, is one of the last 2 undefeated teams left, albeit 2-0. Is it -3.5 now? I saw it was -4 before, so I guess
I have 4. I still have it at 4.
Okay,
It's -3.5.
Okay, so -3.5 for the home team Bucks. What do you got? I'm curious. Actually, I'm going to go to Slam first because I'm curious what you think this line indicates.
Man, I don't like the Nets, to be honest, man. I just don't like backing them, betting on them. They just don't cover or win.
Same as last year. Same thing.
And you saw the last game, they were +1 dogs. BBB over here thought it was a trap line. It was not a trap line. It was always the Grizzlies. And I think this is the spot. They might cover, they might not cover, but I think the safer play would probably be the over. They struggle defensively, but they can put up points. You saw Kyrie Irving was able to put up 30. KD was able to put up 30. And I think they get it going offensively, but defensively they struggle, and they will not be able to stop Giannis. I can tell you that right now. Sure. But I think the safe play would be the over here, but I'm not betting the Nets whatsoever.
Yeah, I see it the exact same way you do, Slam. I'm on the over here as well. The Bucks are finally healthy. The injury report is showing us nobody on the injury report. So
no Middleton.
Middleton's been out, but
don't have Middleton.
We knew he's going to be out. But Jrue Holiday should be back in the lineup as well. I think they're going to play a good game tonight. And I like the over, exactly what Slam said. We're going to see a lot of points. I think we're going to see Ben Simmons continue to foul and put guys at the free throw line. He struggled all year staying out of foul trouble. We're going to see that again tonight, especially with a guy like Giannis in the game.
This, before BB goes, you tell me, man. This cannot be Ben Simmons' game right now. Like this just, I don't even know what his game is. I don't know what he does other than foul out.
You should take his prop to foul out.
So realistically, he fouled out in 2 or 3 games. 66% of their games already. You cannot do that. It's just, it's undisciplined defense. It's undisciplined offense where he's taking charges. It's Ben Simmons being Ben Simmons. He's not using his head early this year. I do hope he turns it around. It's hard to see him be this bad. It just really is. You got to have to feel for the guy now because it's been so long. No matter what he does, he's not really been productive. But I got to think he starts doing a little bit better as he gets a little more game reps under him.
Well, I do agree with you that I think he is going to start being a little bit better. Obviously, when you don't play for a year and a half of basketball because you get your feelings hurt, that you're going to be a little rusty. I think that's what we've seen on the defensive side. He is a defensive guy. He will get back into that. And I think as long as he can stay out of foul trouble, we'll see him succeed more, which will help this Brooklyn team that needed a lot of defense last year. We saw him foul out last year or last game, and that was just some ticky-tack fouls. Some of that's fixable because I don't think you're going to get, the Ja Morant play where he fouled out. It was literally just, a sell job that fouled him out. He got baited into something. But I think he'll be better in this one, and they're going to need him in this one. I lean towards the Nets on this one on the +4. I think it's a decent buy low spot on them. But more importantly, I like multiple props in this game that I'll have posted on SoBet. If you guys don't know SoBet, go to SoBet.io. Code ATS when you sign up. You get access to 25+ top cappers. You're not going to get a better deal. We absolutely crushed the sides yesterday, and we had an amazing prop night again, like we told you guys yesterday. Me and Slam been red hot, and you also get access to the guys above me as well. So 25+ cappers, best deal on the app. Check it out. I love some props in this one, but I'm leaning towards the Nets.
Yeah, BB, I'm right there with you in the sense of my favorite plays on this game are player props. The line says Nets, but I am not putting my money on the Nets right now. KD, Kyrie are doing their jobs, but just like the kind of Luka Doncic thing where the Mavs suck when he goes hero ball, I think the Nets kind of suck when KD and Kyrie go hero ball.
100%.
They have to figure out how to involve the others because it's the others that create the space for Kyrie and KD to go to work. It's kind of like a double-edged sword, right? You want your best players to be your absolute best players, but you can't let the other 3 players on the court just stand there. It's just not – that's not going to win you games in the long run. I think they got to figure it out, and I think you can't figure it out in a short little bit of time. I'm going to roll with the Bucks here, -3.5. It's not my favorite play on the slate tonight. It's my side for this game.
Wow.
I got many more player props that I'm going to post on SoBet that I'm more confident of.
Fellas, quickly, I do have some injury news about a game we just talked about with the Knicks Hornets. Cody Martin out. Terry Rozier officially out as well. Both their questionables were just ruled out.
Wow. Love that.
Even better for the Knicks.
Absolutely.
Gosh,
Terry
I have a
Rozier
prop I
is going to
absolutely
be
love in that game.
Terry Rozier is going to be a Laker in like 7 hours. So
Leading scorer for the Hornets this year, 24 per game.
boy.
No LaMelo, no Rozier. Remember we talked about in the Knicks game. Everything we talked about, the guard play, all that benefits the Knicks.
All right, guys, let's move it on to the over to the 76ers Raptors here. And this is an interesting game too. 76ers -2 on the road in Toronto, where Toronto obviously plays better. 76ers have had some growing pains. They started out the year 0-3, I believe. Now they're what are they? 1-3. They just got their first victory. But this is another team that's kind of finding their way, figuring out how to play between Harden and Embiid. What do you think about this one, Alpha?
Right now, I'm very heavily leaning towards the 76ers, but I am waiting on the injury news to Scotty Barnes. To me, he is such a difference maker for this, and I want to see where the line goes if he is active. But if we don't get any news soon, I am going to pull the trigger on the 76ers on the money line at a -125, especially if there's no Scotty Barnes. I think they'll definitely dominate this game, but I may end up waiting till we get that official information. BBB, what you got?
Yeah, I lean towards the Raptors on this one simply because of what you were saying with Scotty Barnes. They have a lot of length. They got a lot of stuff that can help slow down this 76ers offense. But again, it's probably going to depend on if he plays. So if they play, then I'm probably going to be leaning towards the Raptors. I'll probably pull the trigger. But I'm going to wait for that news on that some of these players, because I do think they're pretty crucial to this game on which side you should take. So lean to the Raptors, but waiting on some news on some of these players.
Yeah, Alpha, I'm with you there with the 76ers. I like the 76ers on the money line here. I think the Raptors are off a kind of a long road trip. I'm not sure, though, but it doesn't matter. 76ers are favored here on the road. I like them on the money line. Could be a close game here. Both these guys always go at each other. Some player props I actually like. I'll give my leans on that potentially could have a game. Joel Embiid, I think he gets his points tonight, man. He only hit his over in one game this season. I think he has a big game tonight, and he tends to play well against the Toronto Raptors. Another one that I kind of am leaning to, you can find my official plays on SoBet, by the way. Tyrese Maxey coming off an 8-point game. I think he bounces back here. And Tobias Harris has been playing pretty well, hitting his points. I think he'll get enough points to cover tonight too, in the Sixers win. So those are the players I like, and 76ers money line.
I'm rolling with you, BB. I'm rolling with the Raptors here. I think this line is a little fishy. 76ers should be closer to like a -4, -5. I'm gonna roll with the Raptors. They're coming off a victory in Miami. I think they can build on that momentum. Let's keep it moving, fellas. What do we got? Heat and the Blazers who we're moving for. All right. In my opinion, this game is one of the more interesting games of the evening. You have a team in the Blazers that are not just 4-0 on the record, but 4-0 against the spread. You got a team in the Heat that are 1-3 on the record, but 0-4 against the spread. So basically opposites. We all know how talented the Miami Heat are and who they have on their roster. They are road favorites tonight in Portland at -2.5. But is it too early to start giving the Blazers some props? They're coming out of a huge victory against the Nuggets where they slapped them. Dame Lillard looks good, but so does Jeremy Grant and Anthony Simmons and even Shaedon Sharpe. His team looked like it had a pretty good offseason. Slam, I'm going to go to you first. What does this line tell you?
You already know where I'm going with this one. I thought somebody might be out for the Blazers. I'm checking injury reports. Looks like everyone's playing, but the line is now all the way up to -3. It's
Yep.
screaming a Heat play, boys. I'm sorry, but this run for the Blazers might be over tonight. I know the public's probably all over the Blazers and they're a hot streak here. I think it's the Heat's play. I'm on the Heat. What's the money line at? Let me check.
Minus
It's too juicy.
145.
It's too juicy. You can get Heat at -2.5 somewhere. Maybe buy it down to -2. Yeah, this line is a Heat screamer, a trap play. I've been riding the Blazers hot streak, but they got to lose a game eventually, right? And I think this is a spot where they lose a game.
I just don't know if tonight's the spot going up against this Heat team. It's the Heat's first road game of the year. They're 1-3 on the year, but they've been home for all of them. As we said, the Blazers 4-0, 2-0 at home. Looking at the stats, Damian Lillard is shooting 50% from the field, and he's averaging 34 points per game. That's absolutely ridiculous. They have a healthy Nurkic in there who's getting 12.3 rebounds per game, and Dame is dishing at 5.3 assists per game. So they're playing some great basketball on the offensive side. I do still see them lapsing a little bit defensively. That's why I'm taking the over 220 here. The Blazers offense is clicking on all cylinders. The Heat offense should get enough points as well. I think we see this sail over the 220. It's one of my favorite plays tonight. BBB, what you think?
Yeah, the Blazers have been great so far this year. They've been a little bit of a cash cow for me so far, but they've been hot. I think Miami matches up nicely against them. The Blazers were struggling against Denver until Simmons went absolutely crazy. But Miami's got the perimeter defense that should be able to be strong enough to force Dame and Simmons into a lot of contested looks on the outside. I think that we see, the Miami Heat finally get their defense going a little bit more and the offense going a little bit more as well. So the Heat lack a little bit of size outside of Bam Adebayo, but that's not something you have to worry about too much with this Portland team. They have the tools that they need to shut down what has been hot for this team so far. So I like Heat here. This is I think Blazers are becoming a public dog. And that's a little scary to me. So I think the Heat get the job done on the road to right the ship a little bit here. One of my favorite plays on the board tonight. I also have some good props in this one as well that I'll be posting on SoBet.
There's a reason that I wanted to go over this game and that I threw it over to Slam first because I also agree with you guys. I think this spread screams Heat play. It's so easy to see a team that's 4-0 not only overall but against the spread and be like, they're dogs at home. Heat, it's their first road game of the season, which is kind of crazy. And so easy to just take the Blazers at either +2.5 or plus 125 money line. It's the Heat. It's a Heat play. They match up well. Jimmy Butler's an elite defender. Bam needs to have a Bam game. And is Tyler Hero playing basketball or did he retire or something? Because he got paid a whole lot of money.
He's been going off.
To be a whole lot better than he is right now. They had a bad loss to the Raptors at home, and I think they revenge that tonight against the Blazers. I'm going to take the Heat on the spread, -2.5.
Perspective.
All right, guys. Last game of the slate that we're going to go over is a very interesting game. The Lakers, the worst three-point shooting team in the history of the NBA, are going to Denver to face the Nuggets and reigning MVP Nikola Jokic. The Lakers are +5.5. Is that what the line is? Is that what it's at?
Let me get the updated line. It's currently at 5 flat.
Yeah. +5.
So what do we think here? There's a lot of news about possibly Russell Westbrook not playing. Is he going? And that's obviously going to affect this line. We all know what's going on. We all know that the Lakers are a ridiculous percentage from three-point range, but it's not that. It's that they're one of the worst open three-point shooting teams ever. They're missing an incredible clip of open three-pointers. Going against team in the Nuggets that have a plethora of shooters. This is a weird game. Alpha, what do you think?
Yeah, well, right now, let me quickly go over the injury report. Give me one quick second because I am sharing the stream for the last game. There we go. All right, perfect. So going over to the current injury report, Westbrook is officially doubtful. It looks like he's not going to be able to go tonight. Got that update from Justin Fan at Underdog. Highly recommend checking him out for injuries. He is the most accurate in my opinion. And it does look like LeBron and AD are both probable on track to play. So I trust his reads. I trust what he gives us. And if he's telling me that Westbrook is doubtful, I don't think we see him. And because of that, we all know what's going to happen. The Lakers will compete in this game without Westbrook. The story will be, look how much better they are without Westbrook, and they'll probably get the win tonight. I'm all over the Lakers if Westbrook is out, +5. BBB, what you think?
I'm right there with you. I don't necessarily believe in the narrative that a lot of people push about Russell Westbrook. I think obviously he hinders and it's not the greatest fit, but I don't think he's the biggest problem. The biggest problem has been the perimeter shooting, which is the entire team. I do like the Lakers a lot tonight because when you look at their games, they've competed. They've competed this year. Every game's been, like a single-digit loss pretty much outside of that Golden State Warriors game, which that was a close game until the very end as well. So and it's crazy how close these games have been with historically bad three-point shooting. We don't even need that much of an uptick in shooting for this to completely flip the script. So if they can even just make a little bit more of their three-point shots, I think they can win this game outright. So I'm taking the Lakers +5. It's going to be a scary play. This is a buy low spot on the Lakers. Everyone's against them. Everyone hates them. And I do think you're right, Alpha. I think that narrative is going to get pushed real hard if Westbrook doesn't play and they win, that it's all his fault. I mean, the guy just can't catch a break with that. But this is a good spot for the Lakers, I believe. And there's a reason these lines are continuing to stay where they're at. They're not jacking these lines up because they are competitive and they're not going to continue to be the ones. So let's ride with the Lakers, baby. We're doing it. Late night sweat.
I like it.
I agree with you guys, man. I think because Westbrook is out, the Lakers are going to win today's game. Yeah, that's just how it is. Like Lakers plus the points here. They've been competing in every single game, just can't close out games, man. But looking at the Nuggets last game against the Blazers, do you see Jokic's points? He was in single digits. He only had 9 points. He's always been in double digits. I can't remember the last time he only had 9 points. You know where I'm going with this one? Jokic bounce back here. Potential prop play. You can find my official props on SoBet. But I'm looking at Jokic in a bounce back. He had a terrible game last game. 9 points. Can't remember the last time he scored 9 points. And then as well as Patrick Beverley. Without Westbrook, could see a potential Beverley go off tonight or something like that. And AD's been playing great as well. 80 is a potential prop play as well, so keep that in mind. You can find my official play on SoBet. The link in the bio, boys. Get my official props and BBB's prop plays tonight.
Love it.
All right, everyone. Well, I'm rolling with the Lakers here. I'm taking the Lakers with the points. I got absolutely no reason to do it. I just feel it. I feel like the LeBron game is coming, if you know what I mean.
He needs one.
I feel like the LeBron game is just coming where he just drops 44 and people are like, who the fuck is this guy and how is he not aging? So I feel like the LeBron game is coming and I feel like it might be tonight. So I'm going to take the Lakers with the point at +5.5.
Love it. All right, boys. Well, we haven't done best bets in the first couple of shows, but tonight we're making each one of us give a best bet. I don't know if we have a graphic ready. I don't even care. The people, we got the Wade to LeBron. We still have that in us. Don't you forget it. All right, boys, I'll kick it off of my favorite play tonight. My favorite play is going to be the over in the, of course, I just lost it here. Over 220 in Miami Blazers. 220 is the current line. 220 in Miami Blazers. BBB, what you got?
I'll give you guys two of my favorite plays on the sides here. I'm rocking with the Heat. I'm taking them across the spread, and I'm taking the Lakers too. We just got done breaking it down. And I'm even going to give you a little SoBet sprinkle here. I'm going to give you guys one prop. I want you guys to know how much these SoBet props are smacking, all right? We absolutely demolished yesterday as well.
Ooh.
So I'm giving out Trae Young over 25.5 points. It's Pistons on a back-to-back. We were on some props with that yesterday. I just love this spot for him. This is a good get-right spot for him. They can't guard guards, so I think he goes off on that one. So Trae Young, over 25.5 points. A little sprinkle of the SoBet action here. So go check it out after that catches. Use code ATS when you get on, and let's cash it.
Yeah, man, I got a 3-teamer right now for you guys. Knicks money line, Heat money line, and let's do 76ers money line. Plus 300 right there, boys. Little 3-teamer for you guys.
You had me until the last one. We the North will prevail. Knicks first half -4 is my favorite play, guys. The Knicks are one of the best teams in the first half of the season. They love to get out to fast starts. And when their when their starters get out at the start of the second quarter, the role players fill right in perfectly and usually get themselves a great advantage over that opposing team's bench players. So Knicks -4 first half is my play for today. All right, fellas, that's been Off the Bound, sponsored by SoBet. We're all going to have player props dropped on SoBet tonight, so make sure you go check them out, and we will be back tomorrow?
Friday.
We'll be back every day.